Yes, folks, welcome back to the channel. It is starting 11 prediction time for tomorrow's big game in Rotterdam against Feyenoord. We come into it off the back of that 3-0 victory over Dundee on Saturday. While in the first half we weren't at our best, I think that second half performance, some of the football we played looked a lot more like you would expect a Celtic team to look playing at home. Some lovely attacking moves, some great goals. Hopefully that's something that we can build on. It should boost the confidence going into this game, but there's no getting away from it that this is a huge test for us. Going away to Feyenoord, who have a great home record and a really intense atmosphere in the Kuip, it's a real step up in level for us. So it's going to be a huge, stern test for the team. And my one concern, well, I've got more than one concern, but my big concern is I don't know if we're settled enough yet. I don't know if the manager knows his best team yet to go into a game like this and come away with a win. We've got to go and put in a big performance and hopefully come away with something from the game. I know that Feyenoord are the top seeds in the group. They've come out of pot one, but of all the teams in pot one, they were probably the one you would look at as having a chance, a fighting chance against them. That doesn't mean that the game's going to be easy by any means. They're obviously an excellent team. Their last three league results are 6-1, 5-1 and 6-1, so they're scoring a lot of goals. 17 in 3 games, that means they'll be full of confidence regardless of the teams that they've played against. It's similar to us in a domestic level. If we had battered in 5s and 6s in the last few weeks, we'd be really high in confidence and feeling much better about ourselves going into the game. So that will be the case for Feyenoord. They are missing some key players, the likes of Jimenez up front, Ueda as well. So they're quite light in the striking area. But that doesn't mean that they're weak. They obviously had 6 different scorers at the weekend, so they're a team on form. This is going to be a massive test for us. If you want to find out more about Feyenoord, you can watch my preview with Michael from Football Aranya that I did yesterday. We run through their forum, the strengths and weaknesses in the team, where Celtic can maybe get at them. You can find all of that on that video. I'll link it up here and below for you. So in terms of the team selection for Celtic then, at the weekend I got 10 from 11. The one I got wrong was the one I thought I was going to get wrong, to be honest. It was centre back. Lagerbielke was the one that dropped out. Nat Phillips came in and made his debut, but then came off at half time after rolling his ankle. So again, question marks in that position, but we'll start in goals as we always do with Joe Hart. And again on Saturday, really good performance. Not a lot to do at all, but he made one brilliant save at 0-0. Again, a concern going into a game like this against this level of opposition would be we can't give up any chances. We can't give up chances too easily. I think we've done that in domestic games and you get away with it against the likes of Dundee, but if and when we give up chances in this game, the likelihood is we'll get punished. So we need to be really tight at the back. But the one positive for us is that Joe Hart has kept back-to-back clean sheets and he's put in 2 really good performances in his last 2 outings. So that is a positive for us. The rest of the back 4, I'll go Johnston at right back, who on Saturday in the second half was absolutely tremendous. Looked like Danny Alves at times. Some of the passing was tremendous. He hit the post, he hit the crossbar. Slightly better finishing. He should have been on the score sheet. I'd say his performance in that second half probably deserved a goal. But he's excellent and it's a huge boost to have him back in the team. At centre half, I think it will be Lagerbielke and Scales. I just don't see Nat Phillips starting. If he's come off after rolling his ankle on Saturday, I know Rodgers said they were trying to protect him with Tuesday in mind, but he's only played 45 minutes football, didn't play a lot of football before he arrived at the club. I think if you've come off after 45 minutes in your debut, he's probably not up to speed to play in this game. Now I know the combination of Lagerbielke and Scales probably doesn't fill MD with confidence at this level. Scales was decent on Saturday, but I think the one big weakness for him was on the ball. His passing needs to be a lot more incisive. It needs to be sharper, quicker at times. And if Feyenoord are going to come at us and press us high, that is going to get tested. There's no doubt about that. And in a difficult, intense atmosphere, we're going to have to get it right. And whenever we do have spells of possession, we really need to be calm on the ball and make it pay, because we can't just turn over the ball cheaply and hand it back to Feyenoord. So that's going to put a big onus on the centre halves. to use the ball well, to be calm on it, but to be incisive and decisive in their passing, because they can't play these slack balls like we've seen a couple of times at the weekend that get pounced on. As I say, if we do that, we will get punished at this level. So obviously getting into this game, you would love to have the likes of Carter Vickers and Navrotski available, but I just feel like it'll be Lagerbielke and Scales because Phillips has come off with that injury on Saturday. Lagerbielke okay when he came on. I think passing is one area of his game that it looks like he can really impact the game with. I think obviously he's been slow on it a couple of times when we saw that at Ibrox. That's something he can't afford in this game. But I do feel like it'll be those two because I just feel like those are the two fittest available centre halves. At left back it'll be Greg Taylor. In midfield, Callum McGregor in the deep position, Matt O'Reilly in front of him. Matt O'Reilly was really, really good on Saturday. Gets a lovely goal, finishes it off, that move. Johnston down into the channel for Kyogo, cut back, lovely finish from O'Reilly. I thought he grew into the game in the second half, put on a really good display. But I think the big boost for us in midfield is that Rio Hatate should be back in from the start. I think the whole energy in the stadium changed. I think on the pitch and in the stands, the energy changed when Hatate came back in on Saturday. I just think difference with him. We know O'Reilly and Turnbull are similar in terms of the speed of their play, but I think Hatate's so calm on the ball and technically he's so good. You see the way he receives the balls a couple of times on Saturday where difficult bouncing balls are coming into him, but he just kills it first time and his first thought is always forward. He's such a positive player, Hatate, and I think he gets more out of the likes of O'Reilly next to him, and I think it helps McGregor's game as well to have Hatate in that midfield. Speaking to Michael on the preview, that might be an area where Feyenoord are not at their strongest in midfield. I know they're missing players up front, but the midfield's a key area in this game. As I say, with the spells of possession, we need to be calm on it. We need to keep the ball for spells in that atmosphere, and we need the midfield to stand up and really be counted. But I think Hatate back in there is a huge boost for us. On the right-hand side, I do think Yang will keep his place. I don't see anyone else coming in. I don't see the likes of Forrest being in contention for a start. And the only problem with Palma is I think you'd probably have to put Dyson Maeda on the right-hand side, and I don't think that gets the best out of him either. So I'm going Yang on the right-hand side, Maeda on the left, and the main man, Kyogo, through the middle. The big concern with Kyogo, as I say, is it looks like he goes up the tunnel after 15 minutes to get his shoulder put back into place. That's a huge problem for us because it's unsustainable. He can't keep playing like that. If his shoulder is in a bad nick, it's going to be a point of weakness for him. If he takes any contact through the game, he could be off injured at the drop of a hat. So that is a big problem for us. It feels like the summer would have been the time to address it. I'm not sure exactly why, if there was reasons on the club side or the player side why they didn't do that. But that's a problem for us. He's so important to the way we play. He gets a great goal on Saturday, a lovely timed run, brilliant header. Then he lays on the third for Matt O'Reilly. He's excellent. He's a really special player. And I think the Champions League is his big opportunity this season to dispel any question marks that any of the Celtic supporters might still hold against them about, oh, well, can he do it in Europe or he can't do it in the Champions League? His record in the Europa League in his first season was actually excellent, by the way, but I understand the Champions League is the highest level that you can be judged at. I would love for him to get a few goals this campaign and, as I say, hopefully be a match winner. But the Feyenoord defence isn't very strong in terms of pace, so hopefully with the pace of those three we can get in behind them. And I think in transition and counter-attack can be an area where we can hurt Feyenoord. Obviously they're the home team. They're good in possession. They're technically very good. They're going to have long spells with the ball, but for us, it's about when we win it back, can we go and hurt them? And I think that pace up front can be a real asset for us. But as ever in these games, when you get the chances, you need to take them. That was the story last season in the Champions League. We played well in games. We were right in there. We were competing. but when the chances came along, we didn't take enough. That is the margins at this level. You have to be ruthless with your chances, and if we get any on Tuesday night, we have got to put them away to have any chance of coming out of there with points. So there you go. That is a team I think Brendan Rodgers will go with. You can let me know who you think he'll pick in the comments box below. We will see you tomorrow in Rotterdam with the full-time reaction and hopefully some preview content for the travels as well. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe so you don't miss any of it, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.